Boom! We're here.
Oh, hey, there I am. There we are.
Here we are. There you go. You know what? Who was the name I saw here on this movie? No, I'm a huge H. John Benjamin fan, dude.
Oh, same, dude.
What do you got?
What's your favorite H. John Benjamin movie?
I don't know exact movie because he's done a lot of stuff, but I like when I can't remember when I first got introduced to him.
What is it?
He was on Human Giant. Was it the Paul Scheer, Aziz Ansari, and Rob? Oh God, I can't remember his last name. Anyways, they have that show on MTV where they do a bunch of sketches, and he came out one time where they were throwing a Paul Scheer a birthday party, and they used a Bruce Willis. Oh no, a Die Hard John McClane lookalike, but it's John Benjamin. And let me see if I can look it up right now. Side by side by side by side by side by side.
Movies.
Hell yeah.
Mine's Hot Wet American Summer.
Yes.
I was inadvertently introduced to him there because he is a
The cook,
talking
no?
can.
Oh,
no. That's I think that's Chris Malloy.
That's Chris Malloy. Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. But yeah. H. John Benjamin. Is that how it is, or is John H?
Oh, he has an H. John Benjamin.
John Benjamin.
Yeah, that's funny because when I got
he was a can of vegetables. That's what he was.
And he's a great voiceover actor, and he's got that voice. It just kind of leans into it. I don't know how to do it, John, but it's kind of deep. It's kind of kind of.
It's deep, but it really depends on who. Like, what's crazy is like Archer and Bob from Bob's Burgers. They sound similar, but they have different personas. Like Archer's very cocky, and you get that from him. Like, but Bob is like not as cocky.
No confidence.
None.
No,
Linda saw his confidence.
Oh, Linda! Gosh, she cracks me up in this movie. Like a supportive wife, but doesn't really know how to be supportive, but just goes out there. I like the little scenes where she's dancing like she's, like that's good. That hold on, let me see something. I was gonna put the movie on, and I got this all over the place. Here we go. I'm gonna put. What are you watching? Bob's Burgers.
I have Bob's Burgers on.
All right, I'm gonna keep it going then. I'm gonna keep going with the Bob's Burger. Let me just turn off all the audio. So we usually like to play the movie. Hello, everybody. We're getting comfortable here in Side by Side.
Hey, and how you doing? Welcome.
Welcome.
Glad you could. Oh, we're just gonna talk over each other this entire time. Sorry.
Hey, I can hear your audio playing.
You can? Yeah. Oh, dang.
It's coming. It's coming in.
How about now? Can you hear it now?
How about now? No, I can't hear it. All right, everybody. Welcome to Side by Side Movies.
Side by Side Movies.
Side by Side. Movie where two friends watch two movies and they talk about it and they have too much fun. So, I'm your host, CJ.
And I'm Ben. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little tired today. I'm sorry. My eyes are like sagging and I'm yawning.
Yeah. We're all tired. All our eyes are tired. Yes.
I'm gonna do this the entire time. Maybe that'll make me look awake. Both movies were fantastic.
They were good.
I loved them.
The animation was amazing. So let's get started. We're talking about the Bob's Burger movie, 2022, PG-13, 1 hour 42 minutes, animation adventure comedy. The Belchers try to save the restaurant from closing as a sinkhole forms in front of it, while the kids try to solve a mystery that could save their family's restaurant. Directors Lauren Bouchard, Bernard Derryman, writers Lauren Bouchard, Nora Smith, and Tony. Though this is the one thing that got me. It's Tony Henero, and it's his story consultant.
So I thought you were about to say Tony Danza.
Oh, I wish. But he's a story consultant. So does that mean that he just has to make sure all the movies, the whole content is correct? Or does he say like the story, because you have to make sure the story works with the characters,
I think that he was there. Now, stay with me on this.
Okay.
To consult on the story.
But like not just though. I'm not just a story, but I'm talking about to make sure the characters are the way they are in the story. You know, like if you have Beavis and Butthead, and technically Butthead's the leader, but you don't really know. But if you had a suddenly saw Beavis the whole episode take the lead, it'd be a little bit off. But the next episode or the next movie, if they did it and Beavis was the lead again, it'd be like, oh, was he really the leader? You know. But like but do you need a consultant there to be like, so look, Beavis is like this, and this is how we. Anyways, speaking
Let's
about
see.
Beavis,
Let's see. What was his name again?
uh, let's see, it was no, Tony Gennaro, kind of like Holly Gennaro from Die
Tony
Hard.
Gennaro.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So he
and
has
Adult.
been a director of 82 episodes of Bob's
Yeah,
Burgers.
so I guess.
Let's see here if they have like creators or anything like that. No, I guess not. So let's see if he's a writer. Tony, good old. Actually, you know what's so cool is, and I always forget it's out there. You can search on IMDb. Nope, no, not a writer. So he's just a director. Let's see. He may be a producer though. Let's see. I just want to see what his. No, he isn't. So he's just a director. So maybe that's where. Maybe just making sure that it's like a more than just an episode kind of thing, because that's really like what are the stakes
Well,
in these movies, you know what I'm saying?
he actually wrote so many episodes. What, 82 or something like that you said?
He directed, he did
He
not
direct.
he
Okay.
didn't write,
Well,
produce.
at the same time, I'm seeing it is that like I get what you're saying with the story, but I think it's because he's just supposed to make sure it stays the same. Like it has the same feel as Bob's Burger. Doesn't
But
mean it has to
well,
be a show. It just has the same feel that you're in Bob's Burgers.
do you think that also he was a story consultant to make sure like after this movie is made that there's no like continuity? I doubt there's a lot of like Bob's
No, you're
Burgers
right.
like
No,
scrutinizers, but still like.
no, you're right. And also because it's animation, and technically I could redo that. You know, if I
And
got that good. You know,
was he a writer this time around? Is that what he was under? Is
no, it's just a
on
story
IMDb?
consultant on this. But I want to know like because that's here's his story consultant. I mean, I guess I could just look it up. But
No.
I want to see. We're trying to figure out what it is, and then it also has stars H. John Benjamin, Christian Skal, and Dan Mintz. And we're doing that with Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, and this is where it gets 2022 rated TV 14. I'm like, why did? Okay, it's not a TV show. It's like putting TV. Make
It's
sure
a
we have a
TV
mature
movie
audience.
though. It's a TV movie because Paramount Plus made it. I guess whenever it's like a streaming service, they don't have to.
It
They don't
makes
have to put a.
sense.
Yeah.
It's not in the theaters. It's not
Mm,
theatrical release. So
no.
this is like it went straight to DVD.
I wonder if that also has to do with like whether it can be up for an Oscar or an Emmy or anything like that. If that's how you distinguish it, because like there are Netflix movies that are rated R. There are Netflix movies that are rated TV, 14 and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just like because MPAA, that's who does the rating system for the movies. I'm sure it's different for TV shows, you know.
Yeah. No, I get you. No, it
So
makes sense though because it's like it's the medium is streaming, and if you're really not going to theater to watch it, so you're just it's like a continuation of what you're already doing. It's just a longer medium kind of thing.
yeah.
Um,
First question I have for you:
Go.
Do you since Beavis and Butthead are like in 2022 now, do you think they will start up a show?
To answer your question, yes, but let me finish some details real quick.
Oh yeah,
Beavis
sorry.
and
Go ahead.
I went straight into that with the TV 14. It's 1 hour and 27 minutes. It's an animation comedy. After a creative judge sentenced them to space camp, a black hole sends our adolescent heroes 24 years into the modern future, where the duo misuses iPhones, embark on a quest to score and become targets of the deep state. Directors Albert Galleros and John Rice. And then writers are also directors. Writers are Mike Judd, based on the characters from the animated series Beavis and Butthead, and Lewis Morton and Guy Maxton Graham. And I believe it's another person, his brother. And it's Ian Maxton Graham. Well, those hyphenations, was that? Is that that's a funny one. Stars Mike Judge, Carrie Cole, and Nate Faxon, which are now all three repeat offenders.
Yep.
And then at the same time, they are going to bring it back. I think so. I think this was an easy transition the way they got them to go from the past to the future. I think it was super easy. I don't think they had an issue. I don't think they missed a beat. I mean, we did talk about it, and I think it messed me up that they were, what do you call it? Not that Mike Judge didn't write this. So that's a thing where it's like the they kind of replicated it pretty well. I don't know. I think I liked it. I mean, growing up with Beavis and Butthead and watching it as a kid and seeing the movie at the theaters and then watching this, I was like, it's pretty spot on. And it's centrical because they bring you back to the house. They bring you back where they started. They give you the explanation of that, like gentrifications in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of all the possibilities of Beavis, there's one that gets laid. So
Well,
like,
Beavis and Butthead. Like, yeah, no,
there's
you're the
only
first
one that
to
actually score, and
Yeah.
he's like the god or something.
Oh man, yeah, it was. That the ending was kind of crazy because at first I was like, is she gonna go with them? Like it almost like they were very close.
Yes.
They were right there, man. And it's so funny too. Like that's the entire time they just think they're gonna, uh, well, in their terms, bone this chick. Like that is their goal the entire time, and just I don't know, that kind of perseverance and stick to itiveness you really don't see nowadays. I have to commend them on that. They did not forget about her at any
Nah,
time.
dude, hell no. They brought yeah. It's also funny with Siri. It's like a relationship. Like I
Yeah.
have never thought. I mean, with the South Park, the way they choose Siri, and then like it's just like, dude, Siri is really could. If you didn't have a girl, Siri could be your girl.
Right.
Yeah, no, I just wanna talk. Hey,
One time I want to be listened to.
yeah, sometimes he just wants to, tell me what to do,
And tell me
I
more.
don't I don't understand Beavis. Yeah, sometimes neither do I.
yeah,
Like,
And he's like, but that's, oh my god, that's such a great play on, like, I'm addicted to my phone. Like
Yeah.
every time if my phone tells me you've been on 7 hours of average a day, I'm like, fuck. So then I like cut it down. Oh man, for a couple weeks I had it down to like 3 hours, but then it's because I was on here the whole time. So it wasn't like I got away. I had to work on my computer. So I was like, oh damn. Yeah, I know when this comes out, I'm like behind on some work, but it'll be done this weekend, and I'm just like it's just everything just adds up. But I like, you watch these little movies and they crack me up, man.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers a damn musical.
yeah.
And
It's
is that the show? I don't. The show does have musical in it, right? Music tones. But
yes,
not like
yeah.
this.
Not to this extent. I mean, Linda and Eugene will have they will have musical times where they'll just like sing, and typically at the end of each show, there's like a little song that they sing, or a little phrase that they had that they make into a song at the end. So I mean, Bob's Burgers, I would feel is probably the like most musical out of a lot of cartoons. Not cartoons, adult cartoon shows, like comparatively with like South Park and stuff like that. Like it's way more musical, I think,
Oh
than
yeah.
South Park would be.
No, South Park. We can't compare
Now,
it.
not the movie, not the movie.
No, but
The movie,
I mean, South Park does a bunch of musicals. You know, imagination. Just like
yeah,
stupid. Like, but
stuff like that.
what I'll say is that with
I'm sailing away.
oh, I love that song. When I was a kid, I remember hearing that. Not the Cartman one, the Brian, forgot his name. But check this out.
Not Brian Dennehy.
Hi, I'm Brian Dennehy. You asshole. Check this out. I just really, I'm not, I'm into Bob's Burgers, but I'm not like, I don't like follow it too much. I like watching episodes, but I just realized that, I mean, it's been around for a minute. Dan Mintz is Tina and John Roberts is Linda. So we have two voices as women.
Yep.
And that's a wow. And then
Louise is the only one that's, yeah.
Christian Skull.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look, Gary Cole's in this. So he's already a repeat offender.
Oh,
and
wow.
and
Well,
then
see, and what's
Kevin
crazy is like that's who they play in the show. Like that's like Zach Galifianakis is in the show. He's Felix Fischer. Kevin Kline is Calvin. Like those are their.
oh, they're the actual
Yeah.
personas from the. Okay, I get what you're saying. They didn't
Yeah,
go and cast other people. They just brought
they
in
didn't. Yeah, they brought in the actors from the.
There's my
TV
boy right
show.
here, David Herman. There
Yep.
he is. You know, he's a
Is
repeat
he
offender.
in? Is he in Beavis and Butthead this time too?
Probably. Let's find out. He's probably in it. I need to reach out to this guy. He's on Cameo. Oh, you want a Cameo? Got some advice? Boy, because I get paid every.
He is.
I get paid every time I say it. Oh yeah, he's Gage, German tourist, and jail warden. Okay, why not? You dumbass, I get paid every time I say it. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Dumbass. Like it's like money is like idiocracy turns more into reality every day. I mean, I think it's just I don't even think it's reality. I think he was just looking around and being like, look at the shit that they're doing. and then the internet came around. Brian Husky, this guy's been in a lot of things. I remember him from being an extra to a principal. Now let's see what his top four are. He's part of Maybe. He's got a character for 7 years, Leon West. He's a show actor. Victor Schimmerhorn. He's another period. That's 5 years, and then Bob's Burgers 9 years. Oh no, 9 years.
What's his name on? Is it Regular Size, Rudy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a lot. This guy's been on a lot of things, man. I gotta give him a shout out, dude. That guy's been on a lot of things. I recognize him a lot. And we got a Nick Kroll. I'm a Nick Kroll fan now. So I listened to him a couple of podcasts a couple of years ago, and I was like, dude, this guy's a hustler, man. He's like he does everything. Like I can't hate on that guy.
I love his show on Netflix. Big Mouth.
I haven't finished watching yet, but I need to get finished watching that. But also just when he was on like what do you call it, Children's Hospital, and just a bunch of stuff he was on.
Kroll Show.
The Crow Show, like he's done a lot, man. Like he does like to get him to get to that far. I think he did a lot because he's a stand-up comic as well. So it's not like he's just sitting around. Paul F. Tompkins, dude, that guy's expensive on Cameo, but it's worth it.
He was in Tenacious D.
Oh yes, he's the bar owner. And then we have Kevin Kline. He's still one of my favorite actors. If I could get a chance to meet him, that'd be great. He's one of my favorite. I mean, I think he's like one of those method actors that just really.
David Wayne. Oh man, I mentioned Hotwood American Summer. That's the director of that right there.
I probably know a lot of his stuff. I just don't know off the top of my head. Yeah.
Role model. Like he's a
medical police. I remember that one.
Yeah, Role Models. I think he directed that too.
That's that guy Rob right here. He was part of Human Giant. So these. Oh no, they're both Robs. That's Rob. Oh my God, Cordray, and then this is Rob Heydrich, I think his name is. But yeah, no, this is awesome. Yeah, these guys just write make good stuff. Bob's Burgers, just from the intro, I'm still I'm the animation kid, dude, and I gotta say, like that burger, the way they do it, where it just falls and collects itself, and I'm like, dude, that's so awesome. That burger is what do you call it? Hold on, I'm getting a message here, and I think it's gonna annoy me. I mean, ignore it. All right.
Oh hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
I got it. No, it's like everything that comes in, it comes into my ear.
Bob's Burgers. I have definitely seen a good chunk of that show, and I really enjoy the show. It's funny, it's goofy, it's quirky. It just kind of hits all those notes. Like it feels like real people. Like if you were to go into a life of just some goofy individuals. But no, I really have enjoyed Bob's Burgers, the TV show, immensely. And so I think it's kind of interesting too whenever you have a TV show like any kind of animated TV show, and then you make a movie about it. It raises the stakes. It's like, how are we going to tell a story that's going to be gripping and different and new, but we'll still be able to fit in with where our show is. The Simpsons movie had to do it.
But remember we talked about that. We did that, Simpsons and South Park. Yeah. And check this out. Excuse me. The 11th season of the show and the movie were in production back to back. That's why it feels so seamlessly or in sync. And you're right. Like how'd they do it? They literally did it back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking here that like Family Guy doesn't have a movie, right? But they've done parodies, I think. The Cleveland Show, they did the Die Hard episode, which was hilarious. That was hilarious. But Cleveland Show's gone. That didn't come back. and then
American Dad.
American Dad doesn't have a movie, and then I guess Seth MacFarlane doesn't want to throw it out there because he actually makes
Well,
movies, so
yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't. I don't
and
think he has to actually like make a Family Guy movie. But then again, if you had to make a Family Guy movie, it'd just be like 4 episodes in one, like the cutaways, like Family. It does has their. It's funny they take jabs at people, but it has no depth.
well,
It has no.
look at.
It's
I was going to say, look at Futurama. I mean, they had TV. Well, not even TV movies. I think those were like what directed
yeah,
DVD movies.
they'd be DVD movies. They had like 4 of them, and that's how they brought them back.
Yeah.
So they resurrected themselves because they made the movies. And the movies are funny. I think yeah, because I have Futurama #1. But it's like I said, I have South Park already in God mode, so I don't even mess with that. So, but I have like #1 is Futurama. But I love the critic. I love the John Lithgow and I'm sorry, John Lovett. John Lovett.
Yeah.
John Lithgow. What is this? What are you bringing me here? A movie? Get it out of my face! It's like but I like the critic. The critic's still one of my favorite shows. It's only two seasons long. Parodies movies. I love movies. They parody Hollywood. They make fun of it. Maybe that's why it's not coming back. Maybe, but I would love to bring that. We should bring. I have that. We did. We do have Ben and I did an interview. We interviewed John Lovitz.
Yep.
I got to throw it out there already. I got all this stuff just simmering, ready to come out. It's ready to go. But I mean, I love the critic. A Family Guy is just one of those. I don't know.
I don't see how you can make a movie out of it. Just by the way the show is set up. It's a lot of callbacks. It's a lot of and that's they kind of poke fun of that. I think in South Park, where it's like, oh, did you hear about the Muslims? And then it goes like, went back to this.
Well, freaking yeah, they make fun. I mean, South Park took a jab at them real bad, but they tore them up, and it's like, well, that's true. That's all they do. And I gotta say that really did take me out of Family Guy because I was like, oh, that's it. That's really what it is. Because it's not humor. I mean, it is, but they're just taking jabs. They're PCing it. Like they're just cutting their like King of the Hill does not have a movie.
Totally could though.
But you could have a movie off of King of the Hill.
Yeah. Like if they did like what they did with Beavis and Butthead with King of the Hill, it would totally revive it. I mean,
they're probably doing that right now. I hope they're doing that.
I hope so. But
because they've been talking about Hank Hill in the modern time.
Yeah.
And that would be an awesome.
And I don't need a whole TV show. I could do with a movie or two.
Unless they did a show too here. Unless they did a show that with characters, it was a continuing of each episode.
Or if Hank's the granddad now.
Oh,
he can actually be a loving grandpa.
Yeah, well, he's not really a racist, and he's not really like he's like not really a conservative or Republican. He's just a guy that lives in the middle of nowhere, Texas. That's it.
He has some standards that he lives by, and that's all he needs.
Well, propane and propane accessories, bro. That's where he's at,
man.
And it's funny.
And what if they want it well done? We firmly but politely told them to leave. Like. Yeah, man. One of my favorite King of the Hill. Well, that's maybe not true. First off, that's my purse. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
But one of my favorite memes is like whenever Bobby's like holding that picture up to the glass, is like, if those kids could read, they'd be really mad at you right now.
Dude, I mean, I still won't. I can't remember. I'll never forget when I cracked up when you're watching episode 1, and I remember just being. I was thinking like in 6th grade when it came out. I remember watching it, and then because I used to you leaned right into the Simpsons, and then all the stuff after the X-Files, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I used to watch X-Files all the time, but then you see what do you call it? The beginning of season 1, they're introducing all the characters, and then you meet Joseph Gribble, and he looks like John Redcorn, but he has the mind of Del Gribble because he's raised around his dad. That's like so intelligent writing in 94, 95, 96, whatever it was. Like when they were writing those episodes, when they're starting off for that first episode, they already had that awareness, man. And it's like and that kind of thing. Like now that's everything in Hollywood now they make fun of it, but they're figuring it out as they're going. They're also trying to figure out what they can say and get away with it, Because nowadays we're just everybody. I have my finger on the button. Just wait for you. I'm gonna. It's just stupid. Like you, because you can't comprehend something. We have to explain it because you can't get it. So you get mad and you turn around. Like no, it's you. You're the problem. It's you.
Man.
If your ears and your brain don't work together, we'll figure it out.
I think one of the funniest parts of Beavis and Butthead for me is whenever they go to the college classroom. It's like, you have white privilege. Excuse me.
They do it.
Oh man, it really is funny just how unaware they are of everything, but it works. I mean, it translates to today. Like you could, oh, I mean, it makes sense. Like, oh, you're saying I could buy everything from this phone? Yeah, nachos. Like they're in the strip club throwing nachos. It's
No, no
fantastic.
shit. Um, what do you call it? Where is it? Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. It's on Paramount Plus, but let me see if I have it here because sometimes I get logged out on my phone and it won't let me log back in.
Oh, that happens to you too.
Yep, it doesn't let me. Oh, never mind. It doesn't work.
Shout
Anyways,
out shout out to Paramount Plus. Uh, you got some good shows on there, Jack. I like it. Keep it up. Merge with another streaming service so I don't have to pay for you eventually. But yeah, no.
how do you think
It's great.
is that going to be a thing, dude? Where they're gonna start doing that because businesses, dude, we like everybody's like, why do we still pay Netflix or Hulu? You know, it's like why like some people still pay it. Once they catch on and
You know why? You know why people still play for Netflix? It's two words, buddy. Stranger Things.
Oh, it does that little extra, but you're right.
No, no, I'll get
So
there.
it's kind of like me and Disney. I just kind of have it for the Marvel,
Yeah,
and then
but
once
you
I
have it for
bought,
the Disney. You have it for the Disney too, because don't forget about a Goofy movie.
oh, I own a Goofy movie, right? So
Well, of course you do, because you have Disney Plus.
no, I don't own it. I'm streaming it. That means I'm borrowing.
I refuse to believe that.
Hey, Goof.
Hey, Goof.
Hey, Goof.
Hey,
Oh,
Goof.
it's
No,
fun talking about Goose. Oh man, I got oh man, I put it over there. I have Alan's shirt, Alan Danziger, Chainsaw Jerry, because in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right before he gets murdered, he says a line that says, "Hey man, quit goofing on me." And I didn't realize he has a shirt that says Chainsaw Jerry, but it says it right here on the side. Hey man, quit goofing on me. And I like that word, goofing.
goofing.
Are you goofing? Hey
New
goof.
boot, new boot goofing.
Hey goof, you gotta put your thumb on him, goof. Oh, Max. Hey, Maxie. There you
Ooh,
go.
that one. That was a Max one right there.
Dude, my goof, when he's turning into Goofy,
Yeah.
my goof is turning too much into a dad goof. Oh man, it's already bad enough. I'm chalked up with dad jokes. They just come to you. You can't help it. Like even as a stand-up comic, when I sit there and I write down jokes, doesn't matter. I can write those jokes can be funny. The dad jokes will still come out.
Lean into it.
Oh god. Well, I am making fun of it. Like I said, stand up.
Hey, look at you,
Crash.
Will Woodrow.
Yeah,
Love it, man. That's
crash and burn, dude.
great.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. Crashing and burning and learning it. What do you call it? Yeah, see, it's one thing I'm starting to notice about my headphones. They pick up everything. So now sometimes when I talk, the other day I was in a podcast and something rang in my ear and I went, huh?
Littering and
Smoking the Chiva, puffing the Chiva,
smoking the reefer.
with the reefer. No, I see this. I think those kind of movies allowed us to have this kind of dialogue. Now, regardless if people want to hear it or not, it doesn't matter. We can say we're not doing anything. Even at that, like even a movie made me do this. You can't blame. It's art. It's up to you. You're still in control of your own, emotions or your own
It's
body.
subjective.
Subjective, yes. Would
Yeah.
you like? I think. I mean, people are definitely subjective nowadays for sure. Then we got these NFTs and people just trying to just figure out like this is why like I don't know, like a digital footprint in a way, but these movies like these guys like Mike Judd can literally play these guys till he's 70, 80 until he decides to just say no,
Mhm.
but he can keep doing it.
He plays Beavis and Butthead, so he has to have his blessing on it. So,
Well,
if they had cast somebody else for Beavis and Butthead, then it would be like, oh, okay, I don't know about this. But since he is, I mean, all he's doing is coming in. He's getting paid for characters by.
So
I mean, that has to be a hefty amount of that. And then, yeah, man, I just come in and voice the characters. I mean, but man, you gotta think that has to be hard on his voice too.
well, I think
Come on.
Butthead sounds like him. Like I think Mike Judd's voice on Butthead's very similar. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
if you add if you had the that's butthead. But with the I think that's the voice. You know, we all have a voice that we just like to go to, like our comfort voice that we make. Like everybody has one. You're like, or like when I stub my toe and I'm just like You know, you kind of like I have like a staying alive kind of thing, but like because I'll catch myself. But if you like if you that's his voice like right away where something wow like that's just a voice that he does. Oh, Ben's hanging in there. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, we're gonna let's at least get let's see if we can at least get 29 more minutes in.
Oh
Get you in
no.
there. Get you in
Oh,
there.
we're getting there.
You know, and like as I go over the trivia, let me go. I was going over the Bob's Burger trivia.
Oh,
This is Del Bear's final animation work before his death. Who is that? The film is
Also-
dedicated to his memory.
Paramount Plus. You got some South Park on there now, and I like that a lot.
The new South
was-
Park or just the South Park?
Yeah. Well, no, they have new South Park, and
I-
the Streaming Wars and Streaming Wars Part 2.
Oh, I haven't seen those. I need to watch that then. See, that's why I can't watch. This stuff comes out and I just watch that, and that's the only time I have. I
you-
literally only have like time to watch one thing a day. If I mean, well, a day or when to focus. I only got like one, like two a
Right.
week now.
Did you see the COVID and post-COVID
Yeah.
specials?
Yeah,
It's not a movie. It's a made-for-TV movie.
like, they make fun of all the obvious shit, dude. It's funny.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, as you're figuring out who Dale Bear,
Yeah, let's see who that guy is. It's a Baer Bears.
Gilbert. No. So Bob's Burgers movie, it's it's crazy the plot. Like you have kind of like two things going on, which is not unusual for like the show too. Like you have almost two subplots and like not even a main plot, you know?
Yeah.
Where in the movie it's kind of the same. Like Luis and Tina and Eugene, they all kind of have stuff that's going on with them. And then, you know, Bob and Linda have their stuff going on. And sometimes it intermingles, and it definitely intermingles at the end, you know.
Oh.
But yeah, it just what's crazy is it felt like a long episode to me. That's really like it didn't feel like a movie.
Is that a lot of their episodes? Yeah, because they do kind of have mystery stuff on the show, right? They do
And-
kind of.
And keeping the restaurant afloat is like
That's the main thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a big part of the show. And you know, going back and forth with Mr. Fishoder, like, oh, we can't pay rent this month. Well, you have to do this. Ha ha ha. You know.
I think it's funny
And-
too with the hole, and then they're still like, "What's the problem?" Like, people can't get into the restaurant. It's like,
Yeah, and I mean, I think that Teddy's idea to make a cart. I mean, that was
yeah. I
It's
thought
been-
food truck too right away, but then food car, I was like, "Oh, that's cheaper, and that's right there." Yeah, I thought they were going food truck with that, but they didn't.
Yeah,
They didn't go
I
with
really
that.
thought they would too. And honestly, like with a burger a day, like it would make more, or a burger of the day, it would make more sense to have a food truck. Oddly enough, here I'm gonna try to send you this picture, and maybe you can put it up on the screen if
Let's
possible.
see.
But yeah, man, I by no means am I saying it's like not a good movie, but it did feel more episodic than like major movie theater, you know, kind of movie. You know, it felt a lot like that. Now the animation was, I would say, crisper.
Yes,
I did notice that.
But you're right. I feel like the animation was a movie quality, but then it's a little bit more crisper than the actual the show. What was I gonna say? I think the fact that Bob's Burgers kind of has that, because you can walk away from an anime. You can't walk away from a theater movie really, where it'll affect you if you walk out of a movie during a theater and you go back
Yeah.
in. But if you can pause it and you can step away, yeah, I could see how that could be like a movie or episode, a show
Yeah.
kind of to speak. But I just looked up. I guess I should know this. People are probably like, this dumbass, he's an animator and he doesn't know who Del Bear is. Well, let's find out. Was born June 15, 1950 in Denver, Colorado. The Emperor's New Groove, Species, and Last Action Hero. Look at his top four. Like, I've seen all these movies. These are all
Damn.
like these are badass movies. He did animation department, visual effects. I love Species, and then I would like to make like a continuation of this or some of my own version of this movie. Last Action Hero. I love this movie. And Beauty and the Beast.
Careless all this time.
Zootopia. He was art department. Moana. So I guess he worked for Disney. He's probably like an employee in not one of those I-9 character or like pay as you go employees. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Oh.
So I just
Oh,
sent you that
bother.
picture.
Oh, bother. Well,
But
there we go. Ben Hameen.
in an empty wood. Tom
What
and
is?
Jerry.
Oh, what is this? What is me? Why?
I've eaten at Bob's Burgers.
Wait. So is this? Hold on. I gotta fix this. This horrible horizontal vertical photo real quick. I have no idea who would send me this crazy madness.
Oh, me. That'd be me.
Did you take it upside down or?
I actually took it with my bunghole. So
Bunghole. Bunghole.
Dude, I thought that was another good part. You'd start a prison riot because you need toilet paper.
Oh
I
yes.
need TP for my bunghole. And then he's like, yeah, we do need toilet paper.
Well, it just turns into that. Like I even like in Naked Gun, the third one, 33 and the third. He goes, and this Chateau 1700 tastes like room temperature. When everyone knows it's supposed to be served chilled. Like in the why it's supposed to be. All right, so you've eaten. Where's this at located?
Austin, Texas.
You eat that
Or
here?
at least it was. Yeah, it was. I went to a trivia night, and that was downtown. So
That was like a pop up. Or they got
possibly either that or they're just doing that and they got shut down. If anybody saw,
yeah.
So-
Well, but you took this photo. That's pretty cool. I've eaten at movies 4 times, so those are pop ups. So I'm assuming that this is a pop up too. Let's see.
yeah, I can't remember if it was good or not, but I took a picture.
It looks cool though. I mean, like, okay, so look at this. That's fantasy
Yeah.
meeting reality.
Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see.
That was the burger of the day.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm kind of a big dill burger. Yeah.
That's cool. So you kind of like I was saying, that's kind of like the theme of the show too. Like where I mean I think it's cool that you take fantasy and you bring it into reality, and then we're able to like hang out with it, and it's cool. I love that. Also, Bob's Burgers is a family show, and they family, and like they all go. As soon as they all start going on their little journeys, I was like, that's what the show. Because I have limited. I can't quote anything from the show, but I've seen enough where I'm like,
I get
yeah,
There's
where I'm like, and I'm a fan. Like I just don't have time to dive into it. But like, what's up?
Okay, so one of my favorite Louise quotes is they go to Florida to visit, like, I think Bob's mother and father-in-law, and they meet this old lady, and she lost her chihuahua in Florida. So she's like, there's pythons everywhere. And so she's like, I lost my dog. There's pythons everywhere. And she's talking to Elise, Jean, and Tina. And she says, pythons. There's pythons, and my chihuahua's been lost for 2 days. You do the math. And Louise looks at her and says, I'm on vacation. You do the math. And like that's
I did like there's a little attachment there with Luis and the hat, like how she got it. Like it's beautiful. That more and more writing like that to connect something with, like, we see this character with this hat and we don't ever know what, or like an object, and we don't need to know. But then when you do find out, it's like, okay, it was that reveal better than some gift someone gave her. Like it was a gift technically her mom gave her, but like how she used the process to cope with being sensitive. But hey, it's a good thing,
Yeah.
I like that about and it shows the motherly love, even though it's I cracked up at something else when I was like, because it's the skull when it felt, I got bone in my mouth. Like that made me laugh, because I was like, I'm only laughing at that because that's an animation. But if that was a real scene, like even though it's fake, I would have been like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's only because my mind, I picks on my mind, being like, that's animation, it happened, but it doesn't look as bad as the other thing.
It doesn't feel like it's real.
It does not feel like it's real. But I will say that that the animation for let's get back. Sorry, I was looking down. The animation for Bob's Burgers and Beavis and Butthead are both stunning.
Yes.
I gotta say, wow. I mean, now they have all those repeat offenders. I wonder, and they're both on. A lot of them are on movies. How did they? Is it the same studio, or Did they just audition, or they just said, "Hey, you're gonna be in this movie"? Because it seems like what would you with? Well, I guess those characters already
So,
existed, so you just brought them
yeah.
back.
So David Wayne is probably the only like new, but out of that list that on the IMDb page, David Wayne is the only one that I know of, and I could be wrong. He may have been in an episode, and I haven't seen any of the newer.
Oh, okay.
Probably since like I'm probably caught up to like season 8, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since I've watched like new episodes of Bob's Burgers or kept up with it on a regular basis. So he could have been in the show, and I just didn't know. But as from to my knowledge, that's the first time you see his character. Let's see if I'm lying. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you have
Let's see. That was his first time doing the character.
yeah, and then you have David Herman
Oh
too. I
wait,
mean,
I meant
he's going to go in between the two. I mean, he does play Mr. Frond. Like he's a actual factual character on Bob's Burgers too. Um, so I don't know. I think that is kind of interesting that you have repeat offenders between these two movies. You have
Dude, they're
a cast.
made like right behind each other too. Because this one is. Sorry, I'm talking.
Okay, let's see here.
This
So
one was released. Because I remember looking at the dates. I was like, because this one's May 20. Box Burgers is May 27th, and Beavis and Butthead is I think June. It was released in June 23rd. Yeah. So, but Beavis and
so
Butthead got released later, but they're like basically made simultaneously.
let's see here. David Wayne. Okay, he plays Courtney and Grover. Let's see here. Maybe he played. Yeah, it's mostly Courtney is who he's playing, but he's been doing Bob's Burgers since like season 3. But yeah, that's
Yeah. So
interesting.
there's
I don't.
yeah, because so you really have to audition if you're already the character. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like your job. And I remember like when I saw Omevs on a house, and I was like season 1, I was like, or I think he might have been season 2, but I remember like, in the beginning, I was like, holy crap, he's like a huge movie star and he's doing TV. And then
Mhm.
I remember interviews after that because then I started noticing him, and then more and more A-list celebrities started doing shows, and then they were talking about how people were that were doing voiceovers were making all the money, and then that they weren't being recognized, but they had money in their pocket. So a lot of actors were being recognized and didn't have any money. So when they got into voiceover, they're like, "Oh, I've been hogging up all the jobs." So I could just see like you're playing the same characters. But I mean, it's got to be. I don't know. Like if I was on like 3 projects that were voiceover, and I use you for like one of them back in the day, I'd still put Ben. I'd put you in the other 3. Just find a way. It's like it's weird. Like I feel like you're always hooking somebody up. You're
So
you
I have a question.
what's up?
Do you think that Mike Judge gets paid for Beavis and Butthead,
Yeah, they're
like to
two.
voice both of them?
I believe so. I would think so. I would say yes, but it does. I could see it being like a pair thing, but no, I think because they're both 2 different characters.
Yeah.
Like you literally have like because they're not identical. They're completely different, and it takes a different part of your voice. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that they're we did that. I remember Kevin Smith. He only owns the rights to Jay and Silent Bob, and but he owns Jay and Silent Bob. Like he doesn't own the pair. He doesn't own the group. Like they don't come
Mhm.
in. So I mean I know they're 2 different guys, but like I mean like if I were to say like a brand, Jay and Silent Bob sounds like a brand. I mean it's called the Secret Stash, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. So like it's like that's where I see it. But Beavis and Butthead is a brand, but I would see them as individuals because they also do their own. They do go on their own too.
Yeah.
That's just it's just this is such it's I like it. I like the writing. I think it's clever. I like the way they brought everything back. It has the MTV feel. I want to know how
Yeah.
much Mike Judd has because it feels seamless. I think if they were to keep making movies like this, I would keep watching them. If they made like 5 or 6 of these, and I don't care if they're bad or good, I'll just watch them. You
Yeah.
know, and just to say, okay, watch 6, let's go stick with them. I think that's another thing I have. Like all the Mission Impossible movies, I watch in the theater, and I'm gonna watch the latest one. Like it's just what I do. It's just I've been like, oh, I gotta watch them all in the theater. Now like Marvel, since I've missed a few, like nah, I can watch them on TV now.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Thor yet. I
Nah,
was looking the other day of like when it's going to be on Disney Plus. I really want to see it in theater, but man, I don't know. I want to go
is
see
it
Nope.
is it gonna be?
That's
Yeah, I want to watch that too. Is it gonna be on Disney Plus? Thor?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, I just don't know when, because like Doctor Strange, it only took 47 days for him to go from
It's,
theaters to streaming.
yeah,
So
we're not gonna see Spider-Man because of Sony, right?
yeah, not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
so that's not gonna happen. That was because I mean I watched Doctor Strange and I got home and it was available on TV, but
Yeah,
I got the theater feel and I like that I did that. I like Doctor Strange, the multiverse. I like that one. Like it
it
was,
was
it was
it
good.
was
I
really
think it
good.
was. I honestly think as a bridge movie as well. I think it was really solid. It was like it's a horror movie. I mean Sam Raimi,
Yeah.
but I was. I don't, did Ted Raimi make a cameo? Because I'm in the.
If he does, I don't remember it.
He needs
Mm-mm.
to. He, he's always in his brother's movie. I'm trying to get my brothers to be like a little extra. My like just to be like just come out one sec. They don't want to do it. They don't. They're all intimidated and shit. Like it's just
Why?
stand here. Just stand. You don't have to talk. I just want you to be in the background. So they when they look at, they'll be like, hey, that's CJ's brother. He plays the extra in the back, and he can't even do that. It's like,
No, it doesn't look like he was in it.
all right, that's good. But let's go real quick because this gentleman here, Dale, I think that's Bear. So he would be 71 years old, and he just passed.
Oh,
R.I.P. R.I.P.
yes.
Sir. But
We've
he
enjoyed
died.
your work.
Yeah,
Thank you.
2021. But this is what I love. Like when when I interviewed Michael C. Morona. Do you know who that is?
This
You know
sounds familiar.
you know who that is.
Show me a
That's
picture.
oh, I'll show you the picture of him. Like you'll know who
Give me
this
a
is. You'll
picture.
know exactly who this is. He's a little older now, but you'll see the face.
Where's he at?
Here you go, my friend. Here you go. Oh, you know what? I misspell everything all the time, huh?
Michael Chicharrones.
Chicharrones. Hey, man, you know that's what I meant. Okay, here we go. I found him. So if yeah, you know, should I show a picture of him now or a picture of
Yeah,
him?
yeah. Show him now, and
Okay.
if I don't know who it
I
is,
mean,
then
he looks. I don't know. Let's see.
all right, do it.
Here we go. Ah, man. Oh, I knew they were gonna do this. They have all the comparable photos. Let's see. Let me look for one real
That's
quick.
fine. Do the comparable photo.
All right, here we go. Bringing him in. This is Michael C. Morona. He was on a show called. Here's the Google search. This might be my time. This might be a little bit beyond your time.
Oh, is that Pete and Pete?
Pete and Pete.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Michael C. Morona. So Danny Tamborelli is the guy on the left, and then the guy on
Yeah.
the right is the older brother. So here he is in well, he was in Slacker, and here he is in Home Alone. He's in Home Alone 1 and 2. His
Shit. Yeah.
his let's see, his top four are Home Alone 2, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and Men in Black 3. The reason I can you see the
Men in
screen?
Black 3? Really?
Yeah, it's just but this is what I like about this guy. Check it out. He like when I interviewed him, I one of the best interviews I had. Look at him right here. Camera and electrical department. 60 credits.
Dang.
Dude, talk about it. He's still in movies, but he's not. He's like actor 27 credits. And I did ask him if he would act again, and he said yes. He was not retired. So we got to write him in something. I thought maybe like a scary movie, like spooky comedy, be funny. But he like look at that dude. That means still working, filming, post production. I tip my hat to him, man. He's a hustler. Like and I asked him, I go, how did it start? How did you get into it? And he goes, the electrical guy on Pete and Pete, when he was young, that young age, he said he had an interest and he would go and the guy was just like, any question, I mean, I'm butchering the story, but basically like, any questions you have, let me know, I'll go to town. And he got to learn. He said it was in his internship for like 6 years. And then once the show ended, he just jumped into it. Like that's, dude, just being like switching your brain. Like, do you think I really want to know all this stuff that I do here? Yeah, I do. I really do. I do.
Yeah.
But like knowing the depth of it, like I love knowing all that. Like, so I didn't, as an actor, me trying to act and trying to do that, it's just hard. There's limited roles. But if I have to go and create my own thing, I'll go and create my own thing, which I don't understand why more and more people aren't really creating their own thing. They're creating things, but not their own thing. I don't know. It's just hard. Well, honestly, I'm 38, so it takes forever. So it takes a long time, but it took me forever. But whatever, I enjoy this. But when I interviewed him, like it was such a great interview, and I was just like, dude, he's busy, so like he stays like in the film industry, So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that do like voiceover jobs or acting gigs that they just kind of slide into, and I mean it's I don't know how Hollywood really works. I don't really care. But that's what I was saying. Like, oh, because we're going over Mr. Dale Bears or Bear. But he has a bunch. Look at this. Animation department 49, art department 13, and these are animations, so these are at least 6 to 8 months minimum.
Yeah.
He got a shot, so I should know more about these people. I guess. I mean, to me, it just seems like he was just like a not like a not a 9 to 5er, but he's an employee for Disney, so he just stayed in the departments. Where usually I guess they just. I guess I don't know how it works, but what I've heard is like they do have like employees, but they have them mostly like just hire people. And when you read Robert Rodriguez's book, A Rebel Without a Cause, he talks about his Hollywood experience, and they basically were just doing that, like bringing him in to try to make money off him, and he picked up on it, so he was just taking advantage. So I mean, that's pretty badass. Like he wrote the book. When we write the book side by side, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different. It'll be coloring book, not that many words.
I like pictures. They're nice.
They make me feel good. Hey,
I like them with my eyes. They look good. I can't hear them, but they look good.
Okay, Pilgrim. Where are we? All right, so we're getting closer to the end, but I want to see what Beavis and Butthead has in the trivia department, because we're gonna play our little game. Ben, guess the price. Raise the tag. We'll be playing that shortly, everybody. So let's.
What are we gonna do for Beavis and Butthead? Like, how many views did they get on Nielsen, or what?
We'll figure it out. I'll look at it and then I'll kind of guide you.
Oh, I mean, I could at least guess the budget.
Yeah. Upon the film's release, it earned a perfectly appropriate score of 69 on Metacritic.
Yes.
Scored up at 5 minutes and 42 seconds on the right of the screen. Daria from the eponymous. I can't say that word. Eponymous,
I think is what it is.
Eponymous animated series aired on MTV is shown. Yeah, she's in it. She comes out, so she's still in this universe. The entire production was conducted remotely via Zoom conferencing due to. They made this over Zoom.
Damn.
Well, you could do that. It's animation. Yeah, you just told the animators. That's badass though. The song "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You" by Michael Bolton used in this film previously had its music video featured in the episode "Trouble Urinating." Dude, I caught because it's not the song until you hear the tune first, and I was like, oh my god, I was singing it without actually knowing I was singing it. Tell me. Okay, here I got a Michael Bolton story. So
about that no talent ass clown.
I was doing great till I turned 12. We might have to go to Office Space next on Extract, just throwing it out there. But I would when I lived at the Cabana Beach Apartments in San Marcos, I was like 21. I always have trouble sleeping, so I would just kind of like stay up late and just pass out on the couch. But I leave the TV on, so the infomercials would go on. And then I'd be at Sun Clubs at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, got to get there early, and I would just be there, and all of a sudden I'd just be, tell me, like I was telling myself that I was like, why is that song in my head? And I'm playing it, and then it said, the other one was like, how can we be lovers if we can't be friends? How can we start over if the fun? These are like Michael Bolton like power songs, right? So I was like, dude, why? And then my coworker Jesus, the older dude, and he was like, I was humming the songs and stuff like for like days, and he was like, hey man, what the fuck? I was like, what? You like a Michael Bolton? And I was like, I don't know. I know those songs for some reason. They're stuck in my head. Those are Michael Bolton songs, man. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I heard him when I was a kid, and then he was like, okay. And then one night I stayed up late, and then like I guess I crashed out early, and then I woke up, and it was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just saw the infomercial of Michael Bolton, but it was on repeat. Like it was just like the same 5 songs, just over and over and over. And I guess I remember humming most of the songs, but those 2 songs stuck out. And I just be like, oh, that ass clown stuck in my head. Nah, I like Michael Bolton. He's still doing his thing, man. You can't hate on that guy. He's still killing it.
You know, whenever you're doing that impression of your coworker, you sounded like Dante off of Grandma's Boy. Hey, where do you buy your weed from, man? You, Dante. What's up, Mr. Cheezel?
Yeah. How's it doing? I like it from Little Nicky. How's it doing? Peter Dante, man. I've met him twice. Guy's cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you showed a picture, and didn't he do like a video and stuff with that?
I think you're talking about.
What's up, everybody? It's Dante here with my boy CJ. We met in Bell County, Texas, a little town called Temple, right by Fort Hood. Great guy. Came to Colorado Springs to see me. Yes! And I want to tell you guys about It's Just Another Manic Monday. Whoa, whoa. But today's not Monday. Manic Monday podcast.
Dude, he's cool, man. Like that guy is cool. Like, he's cool. He's there.
Dude.
Like, he's like, hey, you see that? That's a picture of Mark Hamill. He's cool. Not so for Family Guy, but see, that's Family Guy cool. I got some Family Guy here and there. No, but Peter Dante, he's awesome, man. And my graphics kind of sucked. I was just excited when I met him, but he's cool. Like, just talking to him, and I've had a few conversations. Yeah, dude, like, so, but he does have the. I can kind of do the Peter Dante. Yeah, kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do. Kind of easy.
Listen, man. Listen. All right. Somebody will get past. Anybody can get past the dog. Nobody fucks with a lion.
Oh man, we have to chase that. We have to get the monkey. We have to teach the monkey judo. We gotta now beat the monkey. It's like it's just a bunch of serious and dumbass events, dude. I saw Grandma's Boy not too long ago, dude. I'll watch it again.
Oh yeah, Strange Wilderness. He's hilarious in that too.
Oh man, I think we're getting ready to pick our new. Oh, a shark bit me. I think
we are so sorry, Mr. Dante. We are totally butchering your voice right now, but please know it is out of the utmost
No,
respect.
we're fans. He knows that.
Super fans.
Yeah, he knows that. He knows it's me. He's like, "Hey, it's that guy." But no, I'm not making fun of him. Just this is what I do. I'm a horrible voice actor, so I work out.
Horrible impressions. That's what we do over here on Side by Side. That's what we like to do. Except for shit. What's his name? Max's. Damn it. Do it. Say it. Say a goof. Say it, goof.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, goof. I thought you were gonna say the other one that you make me do.
Oh, Al Pacino. That one too.
Hey, Johnny, come here, Johnny.
No,
I like saying hoa, like in Boston or something.
Oh God, he said hoa. Yeah, check out them broads over there. Talking about Boston. But anyways, the East Coast coming soon. That was it. What else was I gonna say? I stopped doing the walking. I noticed there's a lot of people able to do the walking, and it's kind of annoying
crazy?
now. A lot of people do it.
I think this is on Saturday Night Live, but I think it was like Kevin Hart. He was like he was saying he auditioned for Saturday Night Live. He's like, yeah, I do impressions like Robert De Niro. He's like,
the face, yeah.
You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me, fucker? Huh? You talking to me? What?
Wait,
Just
Will Sasso, it's a Will Sasso, Frank Caliendo do Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and they walk in and order ice cream, and he goes, hey, Bobby, what do we order? He's like, I'll take Will Sasso, I'll take the rum, yeah, and then he takes the rum, and he goes, I can't taste no rum. Hey, my friend, he can't taste no rum. Where's the rum? He just starts getting mad at him. It's but that line from Goodfellas where he was it good? No, was it good? Yeah, it's Goodfellas. Where what's his name? Robert De Niro's character in Goodfellas is
oh shit,
it's right on top of my tongue.
I feel like it's Harry. I feel like it starts with an H.
Sonny or something like that. Like
I think that was Pesci.
well, that's yeah, but also
I'm looking it up. Cool. It up. Go on.
So I like the part where they beat up that guy in the restaurant in the bar, and then he goes, "Look what you did to my shoes! Look what you did to my shoes!" Or also like when they
James Conway.
James Conway, you go, yeah, Jimmy. That's right. Because back where I'm from, I mean, people always push you around, so you just legitly lay into it. But that's also like when someone steps on your foot and I say I'm sorry, and they're like, "That's right," and I'm like, "Whatever." But it's like that's it. Like it's like when he punches. Look what you did to look what you made my friend do to you. It's like such a. That's like where I'm from, where they say "f you." Why? Because f you. That's why. Like, oh, okay. That's like, I guess. But all right, let's do it. Let me look up this Wikipedia thing and see if we can find anything, because we all know that I get offended when we don't have any. How was this made? Did we make any money? How's the budget? I just need to.
Bob's Burgers is going to be an interesting one.
Let's see. Okay, the Beavis and the Butthead.
Yeah. So on that one, we're gonna let's see here. So I'm gonna say they did it on Zoom, right?
But you still gotta, you still gotta pay to play, baby. So
Yeah.
meaning you still gotta hire actors and stuff. So
Yeah, but you don't have to like have them in a specific place. Like they can work from
location,
home.
but then
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. So do you think
um
actors should get paid more, or they should still stay where they're at? Because you don't have to really put them up with places, you know.
um no, I think well, I don't know, with inflation, fuck yeah, I pay them more. Um no, it's just I don't think the pay I don't think the pay should change just because you're staying at home. You're still doing the work, you know?
Yeah, but if you lost the
I mean, you're losing it in
oh
overhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you saw something you didn't like there, buddy. I'm
no,
gonna
I was just,
say,
no, I was doing I was agreeing with you when I went. But
yeah.
I'm trying to like yeah, you're right. I found the Bob's Burger budget, but I can't find the Beavis and Butthead budget.
Uh,
But let me see.
uh,
I'm doing some research. But get the Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. How? Okay, so I'm gonna say it was a budget of 10 million, and I'm gonna say it brought in probably 15.
Dude, I think what I just looked, I think you're not off by that much. You just double it and you'd be right. Dude, you'd be pretty. I mean, this movie didn't cover, so it's 38 million budget, 34.1 box office. Like you're pretty close,
30,
dude.
38 million budget. I'll be damned. Okay.
Yeah, they ain't messing around with these
I
movies.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So I guess. Yeah.
It's gonna be a
I
pain in
don't.
the ass for me to look for how these movies were made. But I did find something I kind of want to make fun of real quick because we've been doing the whole goof thing. I found some goofs. There's a goose, and did you know?
Oh,
So
and,
this
and yeah,
and be,
in IMDb.
yeah, and it says character error. When Beavis and Butthead are following the van in reverse, one of the federal agents suggests they might be East Germans who trained their assassins to drive backwards to give their snipers a better field of vision. This part of the movie expectedly takes place in 2022, by which East Germany hadn't existed in over 3 decades. When Beavis and Butthead leaves the motel room, oh, this is the continuity, where they'd been locked up, the lights in the room are off. When Serena and the others enter the room, moments later, the lights are on. Ah. These are goofs. Hey, goof.
Hey there, goof.
Right, so not bad. I mean, I don't know where you're right. Paramount Plus. I don't know how we're gonna find budget and money and all that. But let's see. Let's find out. Oh well. Oh no, that's Bob's Burgers still, because this does have it here. But let's see if it has it. Let's see, because they have all the information on IMDb, but if you have to kind of keep scrolling, I guess when we look on Rotten Tomatoes, if it has anything.
I
No,
don't
there's
see
nothing here.
anything. Yeah.
All right, I guess let's just rate these things, because Bob's Burgers, at least we got so it did have a theatrical release.
Yes, it did. It was a very. I mean, I think it
Limited.
says May 27th. So it was. I mean, I think it came on to streaming probably earlier this month. Yeah, I mean, it had a good month and a half where it was streaming, or it was
Do you,
where it was in theaters.
do you want movies to go straight from theater to DVD or straight to the stream, or do you want them to be?
Um, I uh, the selfish part of me wants them to be released to streaming, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Uh-huh.
But I do understand like the merit of going to the movies and seeing it. Like there's some movies that I do want to see in the movies. Like Thor, I am interested in seeing in the movies. I would love to see it in the movies. But would I here's the thing is I'm kind of at a point right now where if I had to go see Thor or Nope, I would probably choose Nope.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to see Thor. I know I'm going to see Thor eventually. But Nope it's gonna take longer to get to streaming. I know for a fact. And whereas Thor, I know, I mean, it's going to Disney Plus. I know exactly where it's going. I know it may take probably about 60 days. So I can either wait it out and potentially get spoiled or go see a movie that I think is going to be new, exciting, and maybe a fresh take on something. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure, but don't get me wrong, I love the MCU. It's fun to get in there and kind of theorize where it's going. Not gonna lie though, after the expectations after Spider-Man No Way Home, they were just through the roof. Like I was just like, oh shit, here we are. We're at that point. Like there was a lot of I felt like a lot of fan service in that movie, and I just expected that to keep going. Even like you get Spider-Man No Way Home, and then you're like, all right, so Doctor Strange is gonna be like right up here, you know, like with all the cameos and all the people coming in, and oh man, they're gonna do the Fox universe, and you're gonna see like it may not be for long. I wasn't expecting it to be like the whole movie, but I expected them to go to different universes, stuff like that.
Yeah, they did it real fast. They didn't show.
So, and watching it the first time around, whenever I watched it, and I within MCU movies too, like very rarely am I just like on the first go around like that was fucking amazing. Like sometimes I have to watch it again to really get everything, because the first time I'm watching it, I'm trying to like, okay, where are the Easter eggs at? What's this? Where's the cameo? I'm expecting my expectations are just like they're so high on some of these movies that whenever they don't hit them, it kind of pulls me away from it, And to answer your question, both stream it on a streaming service, release it in theaters. People, there's a whole sect of people that want to go into the movies. Like they love it. You get a crazy good sound. There's some like Dune. Oh man, people recommended me go see that in the theaters all day. But I'm not gonna lie. After COVID and everything, I'm even more so of a homebody now. And
Nah, but I've been out. I'm like, I gotta go to the house.
yeah.
I think
No, I
mean, if you're right, maybe between go to the movies or I'd rather go. But to be honest, what you just said, I would probably my pedigree would totally tell me go with the Thor movie, because you're gonna get the climax. It's outer space. It's gonna be a bunch. You're gonna feel a lot of shit. But at the same time, I probably would just pick Nope because of something new. I have a feeling that the Thor would be let down with Nope. There'd be just a expectation of, is this a good Jordan Peele movie or not? That's it. But with Thor, it's like there's too much. The Spider-Man, that made Endgame worth it for me.
yeah.
I didn't think Endgame was I'm an Infinity War guy over Endgame, but I'll say with Endgame, like I'm okay with it being like the way it ended, and then ending it with Spider-Man. Not ending it at Endgame, ending it with Spider-Man. But even at that, I might even end it with Doctor Strange for a little bit, because like that was a super high, like if it's a stock, that shit jumped up to like 700%, the Spider-Man. And then you can't keep up. The Doctor Strange, there's no way to keep up with it. But it was good. You still got Professor X. You still got Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
You got all this. You have these scenes. You got the alternative versions of Captain Britain is Captain America, and Marvel. Well, I guess they just made her black. I guess whatever.
You got the Pizza Papa. You got what you did.
Saying.
It wasn't without merit. It did have some of the cameos. It just like I said, I was just, and that's another thing too, is like they built this up to where like, okay, this multiverse is about to explode, like in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, like shit's about to go wild. Multiverse is going to be colliding with each other, all this other shit. And then it's just like America Chavez, she's how you get to other universes. And that's cool. You introduce a new character, and I enjoyed her character. I really did. I liked that character a lot. But it just and for that story, like once I watched it again, I was like, okay, like I know the multiverse isn't going to get busted open. Like, good, okay, I can actually just sit here, watch the movie, and enjoy it. And I did enjoy it. It was a thoroughly enjoyable movie. It just I just need to learn to manage my expectations, I guess. And it's very difficult whenever you get like I said, in December, you get this movie that's just like, oh, that's everything I ever wanted to see on the theater screen with it regarding Spider-Man, at least. Like, you got to see Tobey Maguire, you got to see Andrew Garfield, you got to see
Yeah,
all,
dude. But that's
you know,
that's what I'm saying. That was worth the wait. That was
and
like,
and
oh,
Willem
shit.
and Willem Dafoe like fucking killed it as Green Goblin. I mean, like,
Alfred Molina, like, dude,
oh,
Molina, like, he
dude,
came out and like as Doc Ock, and
even,
then you
even
get
Jamie Foxx, like, it's like almost like,
I like Jamie Foxx's character because in the sense like he doesn't feel like he belongs there, and he's trying.
yeah,
He's trying to stay. He's trying to go. He's trying to stay, right?
uh, y-
Because I know Sandman's trying to go back.
yeah, no, I
And
think he is trying to stay
he's
because
trying
he
to
got
stay.
the
Yeah,
arc reactor, and he's
yeah. 'Cause
like, yeah,
he got all badass. So now, so even at that, like he's always trying to figure out. But the longer he stays, the more he likes it. Like I like that character, and it was settled. Like we already know who he is. We know he's a Shocker or he's Electro. Let's go into it. But then you have I forgot Will Dafoe. Just I mean Aunt May dying. Spoilers. All this shit. Like it's just like it's a good. I mean, Far From Home wasn't bad.
no,
But I like that it dipped and then they brought it back up. Like I like that it did that little dip, so it was like went down and shot back up. But because Far From Home was really really good, because I still think Homecoming is better than Far From Home, because I like Michael Keaton, the Vulture, just fucking kills it. That whole thing with the gun, like he knows it's your Spider-Man, like that's mind fucked. That it's Michael Keaton, like that shit's crazy.
no, that entire Spider-Man trilogy was beautifully written, beautifully directed. Like, John Watts, hats off to you, man. Because, and honestly, he was in line to direct the Fantastic Four movie. And I'm so glad he dropped out, because I think that, don't get me wrong, I think he's a great director and he did a great job with Spider-Man. But if you oversaturate yourself with Marvel, you can tend to you can get a little bit diluted, and I feel like they feel like the Russo brothers, I think, did a great job of getting out after Endgame, like they did Captain America Winter Soldier. They did Infinity War.
Did they Civil War?
Oh yeah, they did Civil War too.
Yeah.
And then they did the Infinity War and Endgame, and they're like, all right, we're out.
They went like this, but they basically stuck with the Captain America timeline, but they just kind of went boop, boop, boop. I mean, doing James Gunn for Galaxies pretty obvious. That's kind of like it works well. And then, Kevin Smith was going crazy over James Gunn at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. So, we'll see. Guardians 3, I got it right here somewhere. I have my Guardians connection, but like I'm saying, like Guardians, if number 2 was good, but number 1, I stole my heart, man. And number 2 is just as good, but I think 3, if they go in with 3, Thor. See, this is the 3rd Thor, right? Oh, the 4th Thor movie.
Fourth.
I think it's a little too much for me to be like, because I still need to go back and watch the second one. Was it Dark
World? Yeah,
Dark World. I need to go back and watch, because apparently that movie has a lot more Infinity Stone information.
Yeah, it's about the ether. So
so it was kind of
reality
boring,
stone,
but it's not. I don't mind it. Give it, but
no,
but
it has like pertinent information to continue the MCU. But is it the greatest movie? No.
Well, no. I mean, I obviously you're not gonna be the greatest, but it does stand up par with the other ones, and it's kind of just there. Like Ultron, Age of Ultron. When it got on Disney Plus, I was like, I gotta rewatch this movie, because I know it's good, and I just feel like it left me kind of like, is it good or not? And then I watched it again. I was like, yeah, it's good. It's just there's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Is it so Avengers 2012? Fantastic movie. It was I mean, hell, it's still in high regard as probably one of my favorite superhero movies. Just by how they directed it, how you start it, the camera angles, everything like that. Like Joss Whedon did a fantastic job with that, I feel like. And especially making it feel like a comic book without it feeling like a comic book. Like it had that feel of like you get those shots of like Thanos looking over here, and stuff like that, like, oh, they court death, and he's like, hey, like that was your first introduction to Thanos too, was Avengers.
Yeah.
And so
because even the end credits started getting really exciting for the Marvel, like it really was when you started building. It was kind of like the toy figurines where you have the arm and the leg and the chest and the head. It felt like they were completing Thanos, and you got to play with
exactly.
it. Beat the, I mean, maybe that's what they're going for. I just kind of figured out my own, or maybe that's, I don't know. But let's rate these two. Let's rate. Oh, real quick. Let's rate those two. No. I just noticed that we're just talking. Let's rate Beavis and Butthead and the Bob's Burger movie, because I just saw the ratings and I was like, holy crap. So because we need to end this so we can jump into this. So I think we kind of know where we're going. So Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe on IMDb rating is a 7 out of 10 with 7.9 thousand votes. That's a 70%. That's good. Oh
Yeah,
my
you want to
god.
hear something better?
Oh my god.
It has a 96% on the tomato meter out of 56 reviews, and an 84% audience score out of 100 plus ratings. You know what's funny about a 96 score? It's a reciprocal of 69.
69. Yeah.
Critics' consensus: fart knockers beware. Beavis and Butthead are back, and they're just as stupidly hilarious or hilariously stupid as ever. Nailed it.
So they're probably gonna try to keep that at 96. So we have too much control. So I don't really look at this, but I do love the movie as a 96 and an 84. I just tripping out because I just looked at what the Bob's Burger is. So if that's a 7 out of 10, Bob's Burgers. Then look at this. IMDb, the Bob's Burgers movie, IMDb rating 7.1 with out of 10 with 12,000 views. And then look at the damn.
So Rotten Tomatoes, that has an 88% on the tomato meter out of 144 reviews, 89% audience score with 1,000 plus verified ratings. Critics' consensus: the Bob's Burger movies offers all the heart, humor, and clever callbacks that fans of the show will be looking for, while remaining an entertaining entry point for the unconverted. Audience says the Bob's Burger movie is fun for newcomers, and it definitely won't disappoint fans of the show. I agree with both of those. I'm honestly surprised with how well both these movies did. Also, I would just like to say that both these movies came out in 2022, which is kind of cool. These are both recently released. I mean, in the last 3 months.
3 months, yeah, 4 months. I was gonna say that Scott's kind of cool. So, Ben Hamim, what you got for the Bob's Burgers movie? What are you rating it?
Bob's Burgers movie. I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8, because
An
I think,
8.
but because so this is where I'm gonna think where you're the expertise more in this than I am.
Yeah.
And then
I would like to hear your score, and then I'll give my reasons.
I was like, I started off with like a 10 and then like an 11 as I watched it, but I don't know Bob's Burgers like you do, so I think that might affect my score. I mean, it might affect my score a little bit because I just watched it and I was entertained. If it was a little bit more like an episode, like you said, then maybe. But I'm gonna give it an 11. Animation alone. I mean, even though it could probably be the same as a TV show, I don't know, but the animation was brilliant. The way it told the story, I liked all that kind of stuff. Like it's a TV for movie show or whatever, or a TV show made a movie. Like I like that it's a movie. I like that it feels like a movie. I like that if I didn't see the series and I just watched this thing, it'd be great. You know, I could figure it out. But what's up with the 8?
So here's the thing with the 8. I kind of mentioned this earlier. The stakes, I feel like whenever you go from a TV show to a movie, the stakes need to be just a little bit higher. And it didn't feel like there was anything really at stake here aside from Mr. Fishoder going to jail, which who cares? I mean, I get it. Like Felix would be the new owner, but I mean, he's still going to want money from you.
Yeah.
You know, and Mr. Fishoder's he's continually asking you for money, and yeah, he gives you breaks and everything. But
Maybe.
it's just, yeah, maybe. But it's just, it felt like more of the same, and not, and just to kind of give examples. Okay. So, with the Simpsons movie, what do you do in the Simpsons movie? You get out of Springfield, you go to different places. What do you do with South Park? You go, you stay in South Park, but you also go to hell. Like a big part of that's in hell. And then, did they stay in South Park? I could have swore they went somewhere else. Was it Canada? No.
Well, don't they go? Oh, I mean, I get what you're saying though. They're not just.
It's not just centered in South Park, like most of the South Park episodes are. Even Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead do America.
Well,
Beavis
they go to all
and Butthead,
America and they go to Universe. So yeah.
Exactly. So you have like a travel aspect to most of these movies where you get out of the comfort zone of where you normally are. Whereas I feel like Bob's Burgers, it didn't really get out of that comfort zone. It didn't really raise the stakes. It felt like a 2 to 3, episode movie. And so that's my reason for an 8. I enjoyed that it was a musical. I did like that aspect of it. It wasn't as heavily musical as I was expecting. From that first little one, but it still held up. But yeah.
I also like the writing. The dialogue's good. So I was thinking like a 10, 5, 11. Like, yeah, I'd like, because the animation just, I fell in love with the animation. The way it just looks so like clean and crisp, but yet still cartoon. It doesn't look real, but it has like real elements to it. I was like, hell yeah, this is nice. Somebody put their time into this, and but that's what I got to say about that. Now we're gonna go into my territory with the Beavis and Butthead. Do you want me to give you my score? Then you go. Or?
Yep.
So it's really easy for me to give this a 13, but I could easily fall on the 12, but I'm going to just keep it as a 13. What do you got?
I'm going to keep it at a 10. It's a solid 10 for me. I like the story. I like that you had different iterations of Butthead and Beavis's and all this other stuff. I think it's interesting. I get why you would bring Beavis and Butthead to 2022. I feel like they could have gone in a totally different direction than just coming to 2022 and interacting with people of Earth. But that's also the fun of it, is like bringing those characters into this time, and it's a clever way to do it. It really is. So I got to give them props to that. Like I said, the animation's crisp, clean, like both of these movies. But yeah, I'm giving it a solid 10 for Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Yeah, and the reason I do it's because I've been watching that since they got started, that show, and they kept it simple. They did not try to overdo it. They did not try to make it like it's because there's a lot of people that are still, what do you call it, living as Beavis and Butthead in the now, and it's like, well, might as well bring them back again. There's a lot of people people get stuck in generations, and a lot of people stuck in the 90s that are like in their 40s and 50s, and and I'm not.
Hey, it's Skid Mark Steve. You still playing Nintendo?
You still playing the video games and shit? No, I have my doctors from Julie or whatever he goes from Stanford. What are you? Sitting around playing video games,
hanging out,
shit.
playing
cock. So so we got this in the bag. You gave it a 9, a 6. Should have gave it a 9, or a 9. You should have gave it a 6 or 96. But we got to move on. So I gave it a 13. A Beavis and Butthead. You gave it a 10, and you gave Bob's Burgers an 8, and I gave it a 11. So I'm confident with that 11. But keep in mind, I need to know a little bit more about Bob's Burgers. Now I have a movie here that I wanted to suggest, but I think we were talking animation, right? I mean, we're talking Marvel. Are we gonna go kind of Marvel? Do you want to do an older Marvel? Do you want to do that, or do you want to just? I'm gonna say it. I saw this, and I think I'm gonna have to share it real quick because I think we have a, or maybe this might be a little foreplay, but let's see if I saw this.
Give him an old tickle. Let's see here.
I don't know.
Oh.
We go gay for Gosling on this show, so I don't
listen.
know what else.
If we're gonna do this one, I think we should do another Netflix movie.
How about the one? Oh, I haven't seen the one with Ryan Reynolds.
That one's good, but I was thinking one. So I'm assuming this is like an assassin movie, yeah.
Yeah, but also that's Chris Evans. Doesn't even look like him.
Yeah, I know. So there's another assassin movie that just came out, The Man from Toronto, with Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
So it's another Netflix movie that's I feel like a little bit more on the comedy side, but that one looks more serious.
That's true.
But yeah.
Look who. Oh, I don't know, bro. We've been this manifesting this. Guess who directed this one and who wrote it? Anthony and Joe Russo.
No,
Yeah.
No way. The Russo brothers did The Gray Man.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, and then I mean, we got Ryan Gosling. He's got so many movies. What should we look at another movie, one of his? Because we did only God Can Forgives, and that messed me up. But let's see what else he has in here. You want to go, man? I kind of always wanted to see Half Nelson, but if you want to do another Netflix movie, let's see what we have for a Netflix movie. Let's see, trending on Netflix. I wouldn't mind doing the Man from. I've heard a good thing about that one too.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, you know what? We should do. I mean, it shows. I think it shows the clip from Woody Harrelson from No Country for Old Men. Look at this. I think here we got a few more minutes, but check this out. I think they put trending on Netflix, and it's Woody Harrelson, but that's him from No Country for Old Men. But
it is.
Millennials can't do their jobs.
That's funny.
So is that Stranger Things right here? Yeah. So let's see. What are you thinking? Better Call Saul, Alone. There's the shows. What are these movies? Oh, I mean, I'm down. I'm down to watch that Toronto.
Let's do it. Let's seal the deal.
Yeah, let's see. All right, let me see. Because I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
No,
because
and we get some Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Like that's
we everyone on this show knows we go hard on Gosling because this also could lead into
gross.
another we go hard on and in Gosling. So we're doing that, and then let me see what's the other movie we were gonna do. The Man from Toronto.
Man from Toronto.
I forget.
Oh, you know what's
up?
What's that?
You've already seen it, right?
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know what's crazy though is so I was looking up Ryan Gosling and he did The Gray Man, and then the movie before that was oh shit, like First Man or something like that. It was about Neil Armstrong, right? Where he's playing an astronaut.
That's right.
And then freaking Chris Evans, he had The Gray Man right before that. So I thought that was
And so we haven't seen it. Hey man, we might have to watch First Man. He plays Neil Armstrong. A double Gosling.
Armstrong.
I'm not Neil. You aren't Neil Armstrong.
Oh man, I don't know if I'd watch this. First Man is 2 hours and 21 minutes. Oh God.
That's a lot of Gosling.
It's a lot. I mean, I'd have to take it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're doing 2 episodes. We're switching. Also, thank you, Beavis, who did the Universe and the Bob's Burgers movie. Really enjoyed them.
Yes.
But now we're moving on to The Gray Man, 2022, PG-13, 2 hours and 2 minutes, action thriller. When the CIA's most skilled operative, whose true identity is known to none, accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets, a psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty on his head, setting off a global manhunt by international assassins. Directors Anthony and this is kind of like Smoking Aces.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
Ryan Beckett. Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds and
Ray
Liotta. And dude, it has a lot. It's got Ben Affleck. And that one, oh yeah, Jeremy Piven.
Oh yeah,
it's got a lot of.
That was a cool movie too. Like I liked how that one ended.
This is writers, a screenplay by Joe Russo, Christopher Marcus, Stephen McFeely. Stars Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, and Ana de Armas. Oh, dude, she saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You seen Knock Knock?
I want to now.
Yeah, you should.
No, she's in. Isn't she in the wait? She's the one
Knives Out.
Knives Out, and yeah, Blade Runner. Yeah, she's the girlfriend in Blade Runner 2049.
Damn, she must love Chris Evans or something.
No, it's Ryan Gosling, I believe. Oh, she's in both.
No, he was in Knives Out. Yeah.
Oh, check out The Man from Toronto, 2022, PG-13, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Action adventure thriller. The world's deadliest assassin and New York's biggest screw up mistake. Oh, this is Kevin Hart playing. Let me guess. Kevin Hart's not the assassin. Are mistaken for each other at the Airbnb rental. Director Patrick Hughes. Writers Robbie Fox, Chris Berner. Do
you think that's John Hughes' kid?
Let's find out. Kevin Hart, Willie Nelson, and Jameson Matthews is in it. Australian born now. That's already.
No. All right. Nope. Answer that one.
That's good. But yeah, so that's what we're doing next week. Got anything else to say, Ben? Now we got a minute left.
You have a great evening, everybody. Good to see you.
I'm gonna put the video for the closer, and let's get this. Let's say bye to everybody. All right, so now we do everybody. Farewell. We're closing out the end credits, which are the same credits that we use.
Dude, I thought you were gonna show that TNT show, like a trailer from that. You know that one with Glenn Close or whatever? I was like, all right, so I guess we're gonna watch the trailer for the closer, whatever.
Oh, that's
like, all right, cool.
She'll close every deal, any deal. But yeah, everybody. Well, we're done. The show's over. I just want to hit the 90-minute mark. Got 35 seconds.
Let's get this patty started.
Let's go. It's doing it. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in on Side by Side Movies. We had a good time. We're moving on to Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Kevin Hart, Willie Harrison. Yeah, I like it. Well, these are good movies to go back and watch too. They're funny. And not just fan base. If you're new to the genres, I'd say watch these movies. Like I'm gonna watch a binge Bob's Burgers, so if I get the time.
Binge it.
All right. Well, everybody, you have a good night. Peace.
See you later. Bye.
Oh, dude, our audio still comes in.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Cornholio.
I am Cornholio. And it's TV for my bunghole.
The guy's right. The guy's right. Man, I like the actual part where they steal the car from them because they're thieves, you know? Like they hit those two guys, get out, and then they steal the car from them. All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Governor.